Yes.
Terrie,
Hello.
how are you today?
I'm great, thank you. It's bright and sunny and
I know it's a beautiful day, and I'm so excited to be chatting with you. Okay, Dr. Terrie Van Alstyne, I call her Dr. T. She is so special to me because she is our in-house naturopathic doctor in VIP. And Dr. T is a licensed naturopathic doctor for the last 15 years, and she helps her clients heal. And she heals them through food and other natural practices. So I'm such a fan. I can't tell you, I've worked with so many different naturopaths over the years, and Dr. T is the best. So I'm so looking forward to today's conversation because we did our monthly video on Monday in VIP. And we talked about the 7 superfoods that you should be having right now. And right now, superfoods are just one way we can up-level our health and boost our immune system, which is so important. We want to stave off colds, flus, COVID-19, and superfoods are a game changer. So when we were sharing our 7 superfoods in VIP, I was like, okay, Dr. T, we have to take this live to everybody and bring them the top 3. So we're going to do that today. We've got 2 that we've kind of talked about a little bit before, then one that we've never ever talked about that I've never tried before. And I'm really excited to hear more about that. And Dr. T is going to share a recipe with us. And it's going to be a good one. So much to get to. How are you today?
great. Thank you.
Good. Okay. Well, should we start with, thank you so much for being here. And by the way, for those of you who are hopping on right now, thank you so much for watching. If you are catching this on the replay, please type in replay so we can see who watches our videos. And if you have any comments or questions for Dr. T, please put them in the comments below and we will get back to you. Okay. So let's just dive in. What is the first superfood that you are a huge fan of? And
I'm a big fan of this one. If you can see it, it's a Acai Berry powder.
Acai Berry powder. I love it.
Yeah, so Acai Berry is the highest in antioxidants of any of the superfoods. So it has, we measure antioxidant potential, which means the ability of these components of the food to bind to heavy metals or to bind to free radicals in the body and stop them from causing damage. Free radicals are causing not only skin damage and aging, but internal damage and chronic disease. So ORAC is called, it's oxygen radical absorbance capacity. But yeah, it's the ability of it to stop all damage in the body.
Amazing.
And, you know, we're getting the damage from heavy metals and pollution, and even oxygen causes damage, even breathing causes damage. So the ORAC score is 15,405 compared to blueberries, which are excellent, but they are only 4,600.
Wow, I did not know that. Okay. And so, you know, some people say like acai berry, okay, it's really expensive for the powder, but you're getting way more out of it, right? If you compare it to a bunch of blueberries, right?
Yeah.
So, it's so good. Okay. And you know what I love about it? I love the deep dark purple. And it's like, you know that you're getting like something amazing when you see that rich color, right? It's just so rich in nutrients.
That's right. And when you're buying powders, if you're able to see them beforehand, it's important that you choose the ones that are dark in color because they will fade with time. So if they're old, they're going to be lighter in color.
Okay, interesting.
One will turn yellow.
Wow. Okay.
Anything that's yellow.
Okay, so we're going for that deep dark purple. And how do you, like, what do you do with your acai berry? Like, how do you use it?
So I use it in smoothies, and I use it in smoothie bowls, and I add it to my morning muesli. My muesli, I've got a mix of oats and seeds and nuts, and I put some blueberries in there and banana and cinnamon, and I pour boiling water to soften it all rather than cooking oatmeal. This is fast.
Yeah.
And I add acai to that.
It's so great. And they kind of describe it as a nutty, chocolatey flavor. Yeah. So, I mean, you can't really go wrong. I love that you added to your breakfast. I've never thought of that. I make acai bowls all the time, and Shelby really loves them. And then that's one way of me. They help with boosting brain function too, right?
Yes, yes. As an antioxidant, it
Yeah,
is protecting our brains from memory loss, any kind of neurological damage.
it's so
So
fantastic.
with age, Alzheimer's, Parkinson's, MS, ALS, those can all develop, I believe, because of heavy metal toxicity, among other things.
Mhm.
But this will prevent that from happening.
Well, when I learned that they help to boost brain function, I'm all over that, and especially for Shelby. So I try and get her to have acai bowls, and then I make them really fun, and I'll put some like little chocolate chips on them, some banana, whatever she wants, coconut flakes on top of the acai bowls. But you know what? Sometime this week I will make one and then share the recipe. So check my Instagram stories for that. Maybe you can make one too, Dr. T.
Yeah,
Yeah. Okay. Great. We can have a little acai bowl competition.
that's
Who's
right.
better? I love it. Okay, what is your next
So the
superfood?
next one is chaga mushroom.
Okay, this is the new one. This is
Yeah,
the new one. I have never ever played with chaga.
you find it. Here it is. So chaga is a dried mushroom. I
Mm-hmm.
get a lot of my foods, my natural organic foods, from Organic Matters. You can see that on the label.
Right.
And
Okay.
chaga, when you see it in the wild, it's growing on the side of a birch tree and it's a big black blob.
Huh.
When they harvest it, underneath, it's this rust colored mushroom that they dry and you boil it. You boil it, you make a decoction with it. So you boil it, you bring it to a boil and you simmer it for 1 hour at least, or 3 to 4 hours. And then
Okay.
you drain it and you use it as a tea. So I do a big pot and then I strain it into jars and I keep those in the fridge.
Right.
And then I heat up a cup at a time.
To make the chaga. And what does it taste like?
So it's bitter.
It's
On the
bitter.
side.
Okay.
So that's why when you work with it, you need to make it taste better.
Yeah. Okay.
That's the key. So I make an elixir with
Right.
cacao and vanilla and honey or maple syrup or xylitol.
Yeah.
I add things to make it taste better.
This is your hot chocolate elixir, right? Yeah.
Cinnamon,
That's right. And we're actually
turmeric.
we're gonna grab this elixir, by the way. We're gonna be putting it on the blog soon, because it sounds amazing. And I have to try chaga. I've been hearing about it for so many years. I'm really slow to the party for a lot of things. Like acai berry, it's been around for probably 10 years. I've only just started using it. I like to make sure that things are a thing before I use them. And chaga is like one of those things that it's a known superfood that has crazy benefits.
It does. It is loaded with minerals.
Mm.
It's so dense with vitamins and minerals. I think it's one of the highest. So it's got amino acids as well. So the building blocks of protein, selenium, zinc, iron, potassium, B complex, manganese, magnesium, and iron. It slows the aging process because of the high antioxidants. So again, it's quenching free radical damage that ages our skin and ages our insides, causing chronic disease. It lowers the bad cholesterol, LDL.
Right.
And therefore it's treating cardiovascular disease and preventing that. And it fights cancer. It lowers blood pressure. It prevents hearts and strokes. It lowers inflammation. So all chronic disease, it has inflammation. It's like a fire burning in your body. And we have to stop and quench that inflammation for us to heal. So if you're ever tight or sore or in pain, that's inflammation going on.
Inflammation. And so this will, yeah.
That'll
And
help.
that's really the number one thing that we want to do, right? We want to make sure we get rid of inflammation, and that will fight disease.
Yep. So yeah, arthritis, any joint conditions, any pain, it's fine.
Okay. All right. I'm all over this. I'm going to get some, and then we're going to do that elixir, put on the blog. Okay. So what's your last one? And this is where the recipe comes in.
Last one is matcha.
I love this because I talk about it all the time. I am such a fan. I'm sure everyone is kind of sick of me talking about matcha, but I'm so glad you're talking about it, just to back up why I love it so much.
It's my favorite drinks for sure.
And why do you love it?
Because you can make it taste so good. And it brings me back to my time in Japan. I lived in Japan for 6 months.
Oh, I did not know that.
Yeah. So I watch tea ceremonies with matcha. So
Mhm.
they do so many art forms in Japan, and one of them is this tea ceremony. And with the tea ceremony, they do, it's like a dance with hands and
Oh,
matcha, and they only use boiling water. So they make a tea with it, which is bitter, and they don't sweeten it. So
mhm.
matcha latte, we're making it taste way better.
Yeah, which we're gonna do today. We're gonna make a matcha latte. And you know what? I thought this was such a good thing to do because we're all kind of like missing our lattes, right? We're missing our maybe our Starbucks treat or a coffee that we don't make at home. And this is one of those treats that you can make at home, and it's so good for you. Can you tell us about the fat burning qualities while we're on it?
Yeah. So it's matcha is fat burning. It's called a thermogenic action. It increases the internal heat to burn calories faster than other things. It has a small amount of caffeine in it, but it's also full of antioxidants. So it's preventing skin aging and internal aging and
Mhm.
chronic disease. Its ORAC score is 1,384. So not as high as acai, but it's still good.
Yeah.
And it's got amino acids in it again, and healthy fats and minerals and
Huh.
vitamins. It's got the B vitamins, it's got phosphorus, iron, E, K, a little bit of copper, and it's got 10 times the nutrients of regular green tea, white tea, black tea, rooibos, or yerba mate.
That's amazing. I'm a huge fan, and I basically, when I was working to cut down my coffee intake, I replaced it with matcha, and I found that I had actually more energy than when I was drinking coffee.
That's right.
But it was that calm energy. I didn't have the jitters. I still slept well at night, so I'm just a huge fan. I want to see this matcha green tea latte that you're going to show
Let's
us.
mention it
Yeah.
contains EGCG. This is epigallocatechin galactate. It's a component that impacts human health and prevents disease like cardiovascular disease and protects the heart muscle specifically.
Huh.
So anyone with
Wow.
cardiovascular disease that
Yeah.
runs in the family that has high blood pressure, you definitely need to be drinking matcha in some form. But the latte here in the West is
Yeah. It's okay.
easier.
Okay.
So
Easier to
what
take
I
down.
do to
I've
make
got a matcha tea bag that I'm drinking right now.
oh cool.
Yeah. Okay. So, but the latte will taste better. Let me see what you do.
So I have heated up my cup with hot water.
Okay, I'm
That's
gonna write this
important.
down.
I don't like it when things get cold fast. And then I have the real Japanese scooper, if you can see.
So how much is that? Is that like a
So
teaspoon?
it's like a teaspoon.
Okay.
It's about a half a teaspoon. So I'm going to do
Yeah.
two of those to make a full
I
teaspoon.
always tell people like start with less,
Yeah.
just right? Because it
Yeah.
is kind of an acquired taste, and then you can work your way up.
Exactly. So then you just pour a small amount of water in. Just
Okay. Hot water. That's hot.
hot water, boiling water, because you want to whisk out any of the lumps. I don't know if you can see it. You can't.
No, that's okay.
Angle. Let's see.
There we go. Yeah. Got it. Okay, so
So
all the
this
lumps
is
are
the
gone.
lump. So this
Thing.
is and you can whisk anything. Like say you're adding miso. You're making miso soup.
Mm-hmm.
Same kind of thing. You put like a tablespoon of miso into a cup or bowl and a small amount of boiling water, and you whisk it to get the lumps out, and then you add the rest of the liquid. Okay.
Okay. Got
So
it.
that's that. So whisking that. In the meantime, I am using my latest discovery, oatmeal milk.
I love oatmeal milk. It tastes so good.
So I like the vanilla.
Mm-hmm.
You can get the unsweetened.
Yeah.
And you can get the plain, but because I use it for matcha lattes and London fogs.
Nice.
So I've heated up that oatmeal milk.
Okay.
Not boiling, it'll boil over really easily. And I've made my own oatmeal milk at home before in a blender with water and oats. And it stuck and burnt the bottom of one of these pots that I had to throw out. So
so don't do it. Just buy this one. Yeah. You can make your own nut milks, but buy this one.
Exactly. So then you pour in your hot oatmeal milk, give that a stir, and then I like it with a little bit of cinnamon, which makes things taste sweeter, so you
Yeah,
don't need much sweetener. I
yeah,
use xylitol because for me, I tolerate it much better than honey or maple syrup
right.
and not sugar. I don't
And
know.
it doesn't spike the spike your blood sugar levels like honey and
No,
maple
it
syrup.
doesn't.
And also an alternative to that would be stevia as well as vanilla,
Yes,
pure vanilla.
pure vanilla. If you can find it in the powder, get the powder.
What about monk fruit? How do you feel about monk fruit?
It's good.
Yeah, okay. I
So the
like
good thing about that is there's fiber in there too.
mhm,
So that's why it balances blood sugar. You're
mhm,
not just getting the straight fructose, you're getting fiber in with it. So
mhm.
that's what balances the blood sugar.
Okay,
And
yeah.
this is my favorite stevia. It's a French vanilla stevia.
Oh, where do you find that?
It's called Better Stevia. It's by Now. It's hard to find, but definitely get it because it's the best of all the stevias. Most stevias taste terrible. This one's good, and you only need 1 drop.
Oh, this looks amazing.
And if you can find it, the special ingredient for this is manna. Manna is a coconut puree. It is
I've heard of it and I've never ever, I know people in our community do get it. So if you are watching right now and you have manna coconut puree, or where do you find that?
yeah. I used to get it at this place on Trafalgar and Broadway. There,
Okay.
there used to be a grocery store there. I don't know if it's still there, and they had it.
Okay.
But health food stores may have it. Just look
Okay.
for it. Manna. It's a coconut puree. It makes this taste amazing.
Let's see. Can I
Like
see what it's the
thing.
consistency?
So I'll show you.
Okay. So it's like a kind of a tea consistency, not really a latte, right?
Yes, it's not thick.
No. So
It's
I
more
have
tea.
one of those handheld frothers.
Yes,
I use it for things like that, and it froths it up and makes it into an instant latte.
that's a great idea.
So that's an option. You could also whisk it on the stovetop, like the milk, and whisk it to just make it a little bit thicker if you wanted to. Okay, that is amazing. Um, I'm gonna do that today. I love
Yeah,
it. Yeah,
this is so good.
it's so,
So
like a treat, but it's so healthy for you, right? Okay, so the top three again, just to recap, were acai berries,
yeah,
and we get in the form of powder, chaga,
I got
and matcha.
matcha. And the matcha, I'm trying to find out whether my supplier for this, which is straight from Japan, is still selling.
Interesting. Okay, so you do want to get a Japanese matcha, and it should be dark, right? This
Yes.
is the one from Costco. It's a good one. Like the color is incredibly dark, and apparently you're supposed to put it in the fridge. You told me to put it in the fridge after
Yeah.
you open it. I did not know that.
Get
So
all the air out of the bag. So this is the color of mine.
beautiful. Look at that. I just love that color. It reminds me of spring and like all the green that's popping up right now, right?
And yeah, so the monks always drank this for thousands of years in Japan because it kept them calm yet alert.
And while meditating.
Meditate and not fall asleep.
Hours. Yeah. And I feel that. I definitely feel that when I drink it. It's that calm alert. I love the taste. I love everything about it. Oh, this is so good. I'm going to get on the chaga. I'm going to make that matcha elixir. Who else is going to join us on this? Let's add those superfoods in. Right now, we want to boost our immune system more than anything else. And superfoods are an easy, quick way to do this. So those three right there, an easy one to start with. You probably have one of these in your pantry right now. So we can start. Well, thank you so much, Dr. T. It's been so good chatting with you. And we will hop on again soon. And we'll share that other elixir, your hot chocolate chaga elixir, on our blog coming soon. So you can stay tuned for that. Yeah.
I can demo that if you want. Just let me know.
Okay. Once we put it on the blog, maybe we could do a demo video as well to put it together. Okay. So good. And we'll make an acai bowl sometime this week. We'll put it on. I'll put it on my Instagram stories. I want to see yours. We can have a little competition.
Sure.
Pressure. Love it. Okay, well, thank you so much, Dr. T. Everybody watching, thank you so much for tuning in. Any questions, any comments, please post below, and we will see you guys soon. Bye. Bye, Dr. T.
Bye. Thank you.